Okay, where are we going? For those of you who don't know, that's a reference to Bernard Cornwell's Major Shark series. But actually, where we are actually going is we're going to Torpoint. Well, why are we going to Torpoint? Well, as you know, our boat is in Torpoint.
And she's coming home, she's coming home, Gwennol's coming home.
We're finally getting Gwennol back down to West Cornwall, which is just going to be life-changing because we can finally do some work on her.
We're not sailing.
But we're not sailing this year. We decided
on a lorry.
Yeah, on a lorry. Boat on a lorry seems like an anathema, really, doesn't it? But we have no choice. She's way off being seaworthy enough to sail. So let's get her home and we can actually start doing the work.
Yeah. So we feel as though it was the last, every time we've been up to the boat, we just feel as though we've just, well, we have.
Well, we turned up, kicked the can, decided
the boat, just keep pulling
decided to take stuff out and then go, oh, it's time to go home. So each time we've been to the boat, we've left a little less boat with the boat.
Left it in bits.
There is a method in the madness because we kind of need to find
All the problems.
all the scary stuff so that we know what to fix. In some cases, the scary stuff is quite well hidden.
But having said that, it was quite a productive day really, because I felt it was productive because we actually decided on a few things that weren't decided, made some decisions.
Yeah, we did.
So we decided that we were going to change all the sea cocks for True Design sea cocks.
Yep.
So that was a good decision. We decided that we were taking the diesel tank out completely.
Yep.
Which, although it's a lot of work, is a good decision, I think. And we also decided we were going to change the water tanks, because they are basically the same as the diesel tank, which are fiberglass tanks with screw down lids and some sort of sealant, rubber washer, gasket, I don't know, between it. But at no time now, or ever in the future, can you actually undo any of those screws on the lid and take it off to reseal it or whatever, so you don't know if it's leaking or not leaking or anything. And the diesel tank's the same. In fact, someone in the past, to get to the diesel tank, has cut a hole through the bottom of the fridge, stroke cool box, which also acts as the chart table seat. So obviously there is some sort of issue there.
Or at least there has been.
Or has been, yeah. For whatever reason, I don't know. So we decided to do that, which is not going to be an easy job. So, in Mads' words, oh glorious grinding.
Followed by oh glorious filling and oh glorious sandwich.
Shout out to Mads.
Yeah, hi Mads.
But we are going to grind out the diesel tank and the water tanks and replace them with more than likely tech tanks. I like tech tanks. I don't understand why people put aluminium tanks in when you've got companies like Tech Tanks out there. Every single YouTube video that I see of aluminium tanks seem to have issues, and you can do everything with plastic that you can do with aluminium
Without the corrosion.
without the corrosion issues. Yeah, so I don't understand why. Put a shout out in the comments, or tell me why you use aluminium over plastic in the comments. But myself personally, I don't understand it. We also decided that we were going to, well, we're always going to put lithium batteries on, but we've also decided that we're going to move them from where they are, which is just in front of the engine, in the lowest part of the boat, where water is definitely going to collect, if it's going to collect anywhere. In fact, when you come through the companionway door, the engine compartment hatches are there straight on the floor, so any water, rain, whatever that comes through the companionway door
We'll go straight in those.
goes immediately straight into the bilge just there, so that bilge is always going to be moist.
And nobody needs a moist bilge.
Nobody needs a moist bilge. It's definitely not good. So that's where the batteries are, and a lot of the like MPPT controllers and all that sort of stuff is all in there, with corroded terminals already, so you can understand.
Plus it gets very warm in there because the engine's just aft of that
you've got
space.
a higher ambient temperature,
and that's not great for batteries either.
No. So we're going to move them, and we're going to move them into the portside saloon locker, which is still, well, it's on the same line that they are now, just a little bit further forward, so they're more over the top of the keel, really.
Yeah, but there's a bulkhead in between them and the engine space.
There's a bulkhead between there, and that compartment should stay dry all the time. Just got to make sure we can ventilate that compartment.
Yeah.
But the other thing we have decided is we're going to go for induction cooktop, not gas, because of what we found with the gas pipe.
Well, seeing the gas pipe has completely put me off the idea of having gas in there.
I mean, to be fair, the gas pipe that's in there at the moment is non-plastic coated, and it is
tiny,
very small. It's probably only 6 mil, which I'm
corroded
surprised it actually passed any gas safety certificates, to be fair, because I would have thought the range that's in there would need an 8 mil supply at least, really. So it probably didn't work very well anyway.
No, and you know, the fact that the way the gas locker is vented is
the gas locker vents is shocking. Well, that's the trouble with the boat we bought, Hunter boat, is that boats back then in the late 80s and that didn't really have very well designed gas lockers, and you would have to address that, really, because at the moment the gas bottles are against the stern, the transom bulkhead, right over the top of the
rudder.
Yeah, there's over the top of the rudder, but that makes no difference. Over the top of the cockpit drains, so they restrict larger quantities of water going down the cockpit drain. They promote debris catching and building up in that area, because obviously it's not free flow, and also it's not really venting overboard properly, because I'm sure water must collect in the bottom of those cockpit drains, which will stop any gas dropping out through the bottom of the boat and outside anyway.
90-degree elbow, isn't it? So it would require a jolt to loosen any water that's just lying there.
So potentially, if you did have a gas leak in the gas locker, the gas would build up in the cockpit, and if you had a smoker on board, it could be kaboom, P30 modulator.
Marvin the Martian.
Yes, so that was another decision we made. We're going to put induction on there, which means that we need to have, I think, either a 24 or a 48 volt battery bank, and at the moment I can't decide which to go for. So 48 volt would mean that you had a draw of just under 70 amps going to a 3000 watt inverter, which would be the ideal size to run the induction cooktop and some sort of electric oven, and also an electric kettle of some description. If you went for a 2000 watt inverter, you could reduce the voltage down to 24 volts and still get away with a cable suitable for 70 amps. But if you had 24 volts and a 3000 watt inverter, you need a cable that will do 125 amps, which is not massive. It's only 25 mil squared. So basically the same size tails that you'd have in domestic property, or that you should have in domestic property with a 100 amp breaker, but that's another story. And they would only be going to the inverter, so it'd be a relatively short run, so the cost of that would be worth paying, I think, because obviously all the the other stuff on the boat had to have a step down converter to 12 volts anyway to run instruments and everything else. So the only thing really to be running off of 48 volts is the inverter. Everything else on the boat will run off 12. So that wouldn't be a problem. The problem arises with how you actually charge that 48 volt battery bank. So again, any comments on this, put it in the comment section, because it'd be interesting to hear your views. Well, to be honest, by the time you've seen it, it'll probably be in the water.
Might be too
so
late.
you can always tell us what we've done wrong.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yes, so the problem arises with how you actually charge that battery bank. Because we haven't really got enough real estate on the deck to put the amount of solar panels we might need. So I worked out roughly that allowing for 5 hours of sun, you would need about 9,600 watts of solar to recharge a 48 volt battery bank in a day from zero, which is probably not doable for us. I don't know what that actually means long term, whether that just means you might have to run the engine to charge the battery, and we are planning on putting something like a Balmar alternator on so that it sort of turns the engine into more of a generator when you want to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, not decided any of that yet, research still going on. The other thing is, would a 2,000 watt also cost wise as well? So with 48 volt, you've pretty much got to throw away all the batteries we've got, or sell the batteries what we've got at a loss because they're new, and buy different batteries, whereas we have got two 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries at the moment. So if you bought two more, you could have two 24 volt banks in series parallel. So you connect two 12 volt batteries up in series, two 12 volt batteries up in series, and then you connect them up in parallel so that you get 24 volts, 200 amp hours, which is not a lot of amp hours really, but we'll see how we go. We can always add to that later. Windows. So the plan is at the moment to get the boat back to Cornwall. What's the plan?
What's the plan, Gary?
What's the plan? The plan is to get the boat back to Cornwall, and then this summer stop the water coming in. I think that's the mantra. Stop the water coming in. And I have to task Bernie to try and keep me on track, because I flipping just go pew, 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 pew.
Gary's brain is like a pinball, and he'll start one job and then bounce off to do another, which makes life interesting.
I mean, all the jobs need doing, but
yes, but it would be nice to start one, finish it, and then move on to the next one.
So
Radical, I know.
all the screws that are ripped out and less holes in the boat need backing off, filling, making good, and all the rest of it. The windows need to come out and be resealed. Quite a lot of the deck fittings need to come off and be rebedded, just because that's best to do now rather than later. There's a $64,000 question regarding the wheelhouse side windows. The front three windows were already double glazed. The side windows, for some unknown reason, they decided that they didn't need double glazing in the sides, we'll just do it in the front. So the fronts don't condensate and the sides do.
You can see the water damage from the condensation.
So with taking the double glazed windows out and one of the polycarbonate windows out, I'm going to try and compare the system that they've used. If the system is the same and it's just the glass thickness that's differed, I am tempted to get double glazed units made for the coach roof, the sides, because that seems a no-brainer to do. But I don't know what system they've used for that.
Won't know until we start to disassemble.
Also, the most annoying thing that I think is that in those frames, they're like an aluminium frame that sandwiches through the hull. Someone in the past has decided, in their infinite wisdom, God knows why, to screw things into the aluminium frame. So
that's the deeply annoying.
We're now left with holes in that aluminium frame.
We had this with Gavroche as well.
We had this with Gavroche, I know, and they used it to screw
It's just an act of vandalism.
little hooks in so they could put curtains on there. Why?
Worse than that, they screwed in mild steel screws as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was meant to be a cue and bought just stuff off the shelf basically for that. So then they corrode dissimilar metals and all the rest of it. Oh.
Gavroche had a number of crimes to maritime vessels.
Oh dear.
Forced upon her, bless her.
So what do we do with that? Do we fix it and send them off for powder coating?
You know my views on powder coating. I hate powder coating because powder coating always fails. It always peels off. So I'd rather leave it bare aluminium. But I think you could just get someone just to put a tiny little filler weld in the holes, screw holes.
Right.
Make it smooth. It'll just look like it won't be an invisible repair, but it will be a lot.
Be better than the hole,
You can make
probably.
it smooth to touch and less unsightly than just a hole. Chap down at FBC might be able to
Maybe.
do that.
The one thing that I wish the boat had, and would love to be able to change if I could, is there's no window in heads.
No.
There's the one room of the boat that really could do with a window.
Well, especially the way it stinks at the moment.
I was a bit worried we're going to be late actually, but I think we're going to arrive just about on time, to be fair.
Makes a change.
I know.
Especially given the detours.
I was a bit, yeah, I know.
We never go anywhere without a detour though, do we?
Well, that's because yesterday I ended up working until gone 5 o'clock and everywhere was shut where I needed to go to. I wanted to pick up some timber and some bubble wrap and some tape and some bits and pieces. And I had planned, I had my NIC EIC inspection on Wednesday, so I couldn't do it Wednesday. Today is Friday, by the way.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it Wednesday because the best will in the world, that takes all day. Plus the fact I needed to go and see.
How much rope does she need? He needs.
And it's a solid white line.
Okay, plan Q, go. Push. And turn right.
Push now.
Here she is. I'm glad I found that shortcut.
That was put on upside down, wasn't it?
I didn't pay that much attention, I'll be very honest.
I'm pretty sure it was on upside down. Because with Z-Stars, that right there is supposed to face down and that's supposed to be on the boom.
Yeah,
And
they
I think-
normally do
I
sort
think
of
they
go
had it
kind
the
of
other way
upside
up.
down so that the gas struts don't through. I mean, they do anyway, but
You want to? I don't know where it goes.
We can't even find a head for it, so. That's grim.
Right.
Say that again.
Raymarine ST51.
ST50.
5050.
Yeah, that's the model
ST50.
of that.
Raymarine ST50.
It looks alright, but I know you can get service kits for the cups, and
Okay.
they weren't going round up there. There's not a lot of breeze though, but the
No.
others are all just flickering. So
Probably just needs a
be a bit again for your lube.
bit of lube.
Give a little squirt up, and it'll be it was gold. But
I think I'll end up having to replace this. It's so corroded.
Right.
I mean, if it's got that much corrosion in it,
How effective as an aerial is it going to be?
yeah.
Sorry, antenna.
Speaking to Patrick,
Tells me off when I call him an aerial.
I think it's knackered.
I'm going to cut it.
It's broken anyway.
Okay.
Fittings in there. So it's knackered anyway.
You pulled it off, Gary.
I have. Use the Windex. Windex clean up lovely.
Yeah.
Because they're like 50 quid.
Have a good one, Ted.
What's happening next?
Bacon sandwich.
Bacon sandwich. Is that what's happening next?
It certainly is.
And after the bacon sandwich?
Possibly another bacon sandwich. Second breakfast.
No. Second breakfast. This already is second breakfast.
Not really. Shreddies don't count, do they? Really?
They do. It's still a breakfast. So how far away is the lorry?
So about 10 minutes ago, he rang me and he was at the roadwork traffic lights by that wall.
Okay, right.
So
So it's about 5 minutes away.
I would have
If
thought so. Yeah. So the travel lift is on the way to the boat.
Okay.
The
Mast is sort
silica
of
pole is
wrapped up.
definitely not coming off the mast without blowtorch.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I wasn't voted off. Read the Constitution, mate. You were voted off.
Okay. He smacked his hand a couple of times. It looks sore. His knuckles like. Yeah, he's going to feel that tomorrow.
Clear him now.
Oh, that sounds like a lorry type thing.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a meeting the day before.
Cheers, my sweet. Thank you. Oh, can I have a go? One of them. Just check you got the right one. One's bacon, one's sausage. I'm having sausage. A little bit of sausage.
tight enough.
You've got some strange kinks, Gary.
I've got 2 all-spar spanners now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, flipping heck.
What's the braking load on those straps anyway?
5 ton.
5 tons.
Yeah.
Right, can you hold that there like that?
Yep.
Just put that down. You got that?
Yep. There she goes. Safe travels, Gwennol.
Fucking good, otherwise you'll shut that fucking stick in, won't it?
Shemay, Gwennol.
Fucking coming out. She gets prettier every time I look at her. It's a good job, really.
Oh yeah, because we're buying another one. Gwennol's coming home. It's a squeaky, isn't it?
Yeah, you can have to go over the curb.
Yeah. Only a little bit.
Move behind the fucking wall.
Yikes. Oh, no. Oh my Christ. God, my heart was in my mouth then for a minute. Oh my God.
20 mil?
Oh, the fag paper in between. I think that counts as the SI unit of fag paper. God, that battery's nearly gone as well.
Sorry?
That battery's nearly gone as well. It won't last very long.
No.
Bring my pack. Oh, yeah, lucky tank. This is going to be interesting.
I still was happy to go in front of him and actually stop people.
Yeah.
Rear wheel steer.
It'd have to be, wouldn't it? God. And now we're on our way back to Penryn, to the boatyard at Freeman's Wharf, which is where we will carry on working on Gwennol. So tune in next week to see some more of the boat's arrival into Cornwall and see how we're getting on. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.